name's Jon Pitts, and as part of my Fit to Ride programme, I'm here with Paul Tapner, winner of badminton in 2010, and Shannon, who's on the world-class pathway, to demonstrate some stretches for equestrians. All we're going to do is take a look at what happens when we ride horses, where we get tight, and look at some stretches to help alleviate those problems. To begin with then, we'll just take a look. If I can ask Paul to turn round for me on the ball. If we look at the rider from behind, in a seated position, what tends to happen is that we get very tight through the back in here because the hips are rotating out. We tend to get very, very tight through the shoulders as well because we do a lot of work with our hands to control the horse. Okay, and we also tend to get quite tight again in the glute muscles lower down here. If we then look at Lauren from the front, okay, again we tend to, because our hips open out, we tend to get slightly sore in the hips. Would it be fair to say that your hips get quite tight?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, and also we do sort of a certain amount of bringing our hips in to control our position on the horse as well. Okay, so to start with, all we want to do is just ask our riders to lie down on the mats in front. Okay, on your backs for me. Okay, and then very, very simply, all we're going to do is bring your knees up to your chest. Okay, hands over the top, that's it, and just bring those in tight there. With each stretch, what we'd look to do is try and hold them for about 10 seconds. That's enough time. All the leading research at the moment says that basically that's fine for a stretch. From there is just allow one leg to extend out in front of you, onto the floor, and then just take hold of the other knee and bring it close to you again. Okay, holding that for 10 seconds again. That's probably about right. What I should say at this point is that with every rider, what we don't need to do necessarily is find a lot of gym kit, any loose-fitting clothing. It's pretty similar to what Paul's wearing there, is pretty good. We've often had riders stretching in joppers and other bits and pieces as well. Okay, and then just to finish off with that one, if we just bring the other knee back up to the chest again, and hold those two there together again. Okay, good. So if you just bring your legs out straight now, and sit yourselves up. Okay, so basically this time what we're going to do is bring one leg out straight in front, bring the other foot across you, okay, and we'll turn the shoulders towards your knee, okay, and whereabouts do you feel that stretch?
I'm feeling that down, I don't know what the term is, but down at the bottom of my thigh.
That'll be your glutes, yeah.
In my glutes, there you go.
Same place, Lauren?
Yeah, same place.
Good. Okay, and again counting up to 10. And then changing over. So turn your shoulders, that's it, towards your knee. Lauren, if you can turn your shoulders the other way. Basically that's given us a good stretch through here, which is where we get quite tight. So the next stretch is starting on one knee, bringing the foot in front like that, and then just pushing your hip forward and your shoulders back, so we're stretching across the front of the hip and through the top of the thigh there. Everyone got that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Very much stretching.
Okay. So we're holding that for a count of 10. If we want to extend it and get more of a stretch, what we can do is take a bigger stride forward and obviously bring the shoulders back again, and you just find that increases that there. Okay, and then when we've run 10 seconds, we change over. Same thing again, easing forward. Try also to keep your hips at a 90-degree angle so that they don't twist too much through the side there. Counting up to 10 again. Okay, and then from this position what we're going to do is we're going to extend the leg out straight in front there. Toes pointing up, so nice and straight through the back of the knee. Okay, so again we're trying to keep the hips as square as possible, 90 degrees across there, and you should feel that through the back of the hamstring and the calf muscle. You got that there?
Yep. What should we do with our upper body? Go forward or back or stay upright?
Stay nice and upright, okay, and as long as you feel it through the back here, that should be fine. However, if you do think you need to extend it, then you can lean forward a bit towards your toe.
Yep. Can feel that more.
Then you don't follow.
Yeah, much easier.
Okay, and then change over again. The hamstring at the back of the leg is a muscle that does get very, very tight for riders because it's a very, very powerful muscle, and it doesn't do an awful lot in terms of its range of movement. It tends to stay in quite a short position, so it gets very, very tight in riders, and often we find that especially dressage riders struggle to reach their toes. Okay, up to 10 seconds again. Good. Okay, now this time what we're going to do from this position is we're going to go out to 45 degrees. Okay, so we were straight forward before with a bent knee. This time we're going to go to 45 degrees and then push out towards that knee, and again feel it stretching across through here and through here. Again, if you need to extend the stretch, we can step slightly wider and push into it a bit more. All the way up to 10 again, and then come out of that, change over, out to 45 degrees, again pushing forward and across, feeding it through here and through here. Be careful when you try it, just in case it's something that pushes you a little bit too much. We want to come down onto our hands and knees, okay, and what we're going to do is put the leg out straight to the side here, okay, so it's basically at a 90-degree angle with the foot, the instep of the foot sort of flat on the floor, okay, and then we come down onto our hands and knees, and you should feel that through the groin area of the inside of the thigh. Everyone got that?
Yeah.
Okay. And if we need to extend it even more, we can come down onto our elbows and then just push your bottom back a bit and feel that stretch more. Okay, up towards 10 seconds, and then come up out of it again slowly. And then we change over. That's it. Leg out towards me. Okay, so we've done both sides there. Now this time again, if I can get you to lie on your backs on the mat. That'll be fine. Doesn't matter, yep. Okay, so legs out straight. Bring your arms out to the side in a crucifix position. Okay, and we're just going to bring one knee up, and I want you to turn it across your body. So that's it, towards me. Good. Okay, trying to keep this far shoulder onto the ground as much as possible. That's good. Okay, and again we should feel that through the glute and the outside of the thigh, yes? Mm-hmm. Okay, and change over again. Okay, so knee comes up to here and goes
that way.
Yeah, that's it. Both ways, right? Okay, so now this time, this one again is a little bit complex. On the mats, if you come back onto hands and knees again, so we're just facing the camera. What we're going to do is basically lift one leg off the ground. We're going to turn the other leg across our body, and we're going to place that leg back over there. So you straighten that leg right out of the back, and then sit back as much as you can. Slowly come back out of that again. So again, basically you lift one leg up, turn the leg across, push that other leg back over the top, so it's straight back, and then sit back. Sometimes with these stretches you just have to play about with them slightly just to get the exact position, but as long as you're in the right place roughly, then you should find you get a good stretch. Okay, that's good. Right. So the next stretches we're going to do, we're just going to use the ball. Alright, so if you can take hold of the ball each, we're standing up. Okay. What I want you to do is start, if I just show you here, we're going to start with the ball in front of us like that, and we're just going to come forward onto the ball. Okay, so it pushes out our hips here. Push your hips right forward and lean back, and you should feel that stretch through the inside of the thigh. Good. So can we feel that stretching in the front of the thigh? Yep. Yep. And again, if we just need to extend that, all we can do is then just bring the shoulders back, lean back a little bit more, and just push forward with the hips a little bit more. So holding in that position, what I want you to do this time is bring your hands behind your back, okay? So clasp your hands behind your back, push your shoulders back, and then lift your arms up and away from your body. I'll just stretch the front of the shoulders there. Bring your arms straight above your head, and then cross your hands over so your palms are facing each other. Okay, and now trying to keep your shoulders square and your hips square, just lean to one side through your shoulders, that's it. Up to a count of 10. Okay, and then change over. Good, and then come back to the middle. Okay, and then this time bring your hands out in front of you, and what we're going to do is try and keep your hips square, and we're just going to turn the shoulders to one side. Try and turn the shoulders as much as you can. Where can you feel that?
I can still feel that down the front of my thigh and then on the back of my right shoulder.
Okay, good. And then the other way, so turn the other way as far as you can, turn the shoulders across. Okay, and back to the middle. And then lastly what I want to do is then put a hand between your shoulder blades, so behind your head between your shoulder blades. Other hand up onto the top of your elbow. And just ease that elbow and that hand down between your shoulder blades. And you should feel that stretching just through the tricep muscle through here.
Yeah, down the front.
You got that, Lauren?
Yeah.
All the time whilst we're doing this exercise, we're still stretching through the hip muscles and through the inside of the thigh. Okay, now change over. That's good. Okay, now lastly, with the ball, what we're going to do is if you can just bring yourselves forward onto the ball now, so just sitting on the ball, effectively. That's it. Okay. And all I want you to do is then walk forward with the ball and lie back as you're going, so we end up sort of lying backwards over the ball. Steady. Okay. And then just bring your arms above your head and just push back and stretch your back over there as well. For most riders, this tends to be quite a nice stretch.